Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Krystal V, and I am back with the tarot video. After a little bit of a break, I decided to come back and talk about the Arcanum 13, or also known as the Arcanum Without a Name, also known as the Death card. So a lot of the time when people get a reading and they pull the Death card, they instantly have like a freak out. They're like, oh my God, am I going to die? Or is somebody that I love going to die? And that is just not the meaning of the death card. That's not the basis of what death means. I also think that having the Arcanum without a name is smart because it's not exactly definitive of something dying. It's more definitive of the harvest. So harvesting what has been growing this last cycle and tilling the soil in order for you to plant new seeds in that freshly tilled earth. I think that it's really interesting that Arcanum 13 too does have a number but just doesn't have a name. And then you also have the Fool card here that's looking in the same direction and has, you know, their hand on a walking stick and this hand on a scythe, and they're both moving in the same direction, but this card does not have a number, but it has a name. So there's some sort of duality here between the Fool and death, which one can describe as the end and the beginning. A lot of the time, the death card or the Arcanum sans nom, without name, means that something is ending and something new is beginning, that a massive change is about to take place. And this change could be external, so it could be like moving or breaking up or even starting a new career, anything like that. But it could also lead to internal change too, like a new outlook on life. And it could also mean possible like death in the family, or if you've recently experienced death, or you've recently experienced change. So all of these things are in line with the Arcanum without name, or the death card in that matter. And as you can see too, this death card looks way scarier than this one. So I think that the word death just has a negative connotation as far as the tarot is concerned. I also think that it's interesting to see le pendu, which is the hangman, which is that break or that pause before the change. This was the video that I did before this death card video. And it's also interesting because change also deals with a good amount of passive and active energy, so realization that something needs to change, and then taking the initiative in order to facilitate that change as well. So all in all, the Arcanum without name, the death card, Arcanum 13, whatever you want to call it, just indicates a massive change, a massive overhaul, and usually when it's right side up like this, I'm not sure whether or not you read reversals. If you don't, regardless of whether it's right side up or upside down, it just means that the change that's taking place is actually for the greater good. So when you do pull the death card, or Arcanum 13, the Arcanum without name, don't freak out. It's totally fine. It just means that a big change is headed your way, or you've already experienced this big change. So thanks for tuning in. Oh, also another note, the Arcanum 13, or the death card, whichever you want to call it, corresponds to the number 4 in numerology, which deals with structure and structure change. So it makes a lot of sense that this Arcanum is all about structure change and change within as well. So thanks for tuning in again. I am going to make another video ASAP, actually, on the unboxing of a new tarot deck that I got. It's called the Neo Tarot. So I'm going to be unboxing this shortly. So stay tuned to my channel. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. If you have any questions, put them down below. What do you think of the death card, the Arcanum Without name? Is it scary to you? Do you invite change? Do you feel like change is refreshing? Or do you hesitate when this card comes your way? Anyway, thanks again, and we'll see you soon.